Thanks for joining us today. I'm Cody Holyoke. The soccer capital of America gets some new exposure. The World Cup is here, giving Kansas City some extra time in the international spotlight on a scale we've never seen before. KC is hosting 6 matches this summer, or as organizers point out, essentially 6 Super Bowls when it comes to crowds and events across the metro. It's a monumental task serving as a payoff for years of preparation. Not to mention, 4 teams are calling the KC area home for the matches this summer. We'll get to know Argentina, England, the Netherlands, and Algeria very well during the course of the tournament. So there's a lot going on. And as the smallest of 16 host cities, we have a lot to prove and a lot to talk about. Today, we sit down for a conversation with Pam Kramer, the CEO of KC 2026, the organizing committee, to discuss what goes into hosting the world's biggest sporting event and the impact for us here at home. Thanks for talking to us. We know Kansas City is the smallest host city in the field in North America. Does that add extra pressure to deliver? What's going through your mind?
Yeah, I think it's extra opportunity, right? And I think we're used to being maybe underestimated and the smallest, and that creates more upside for us. I think people are going to experience a surprise and delight when they get here, and I think, at the end of this, people will say that we had the best experience in the World Cup.
So much has gone into improving that experience or opening the front door, having that good first impression for Kansas City. We've seen that at the airport and all around town. Tell me a little bit about that effort.
Yeah, I mean, we want things to feel distinctly Kansas City here. So when you land at the airport, when you drive in, when you come into Union Station, we want you to know that we're celebrating your arrival, that we want you here. And that intentionality carries through the experience to the FIFA Fan Festival, to the signage that you see in Overland Park, all around parts of the metro. So a lot of thought went into it, a lot of planning and a lot of work, and it's really fun to see it come to life.
What's the biggest challenge right now, and how do you work to overcome it?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I always talk about time and novelty. The World Cup is here, right? We are in operation mode, but we've planned so well. And so I think that planning and preparation has put us in a position to really go out and shine. And this is new. I mean, this is the biggest version of the biggest sporting competition in the world. And we're the smallest host city. So making sure that we're ready for the scope and scale, I think, is really important.
Right, so much is new. I mean, this isn't the first time Kansas City has had a big event, but the scope and duration is something that we have never seen. Did you and your staff learn anything or glean anything from either the NFL draft, but I know you've also been to the other World Cups too?
Yeah, I think you have to learn from every experience, every event. You take a little bit away from each of those, and then you take what's new to this event. It is in 3 countries. It's 104 matches over 39 days, so that the length of time is really pretty extraordinary. We have 26 days between our first match in Kansas City and our last match. So thinking about what happens in between matches and what happens on match day -1, all of that's part of the process.
How much are you talking with other host cities?
We talk very regularly.
What is that like?
It's very collaborative, I would say. We learn from each other. We also recognize that each of our cities is different, and so the experience will be different. I feel really good about being in the chair that I'm in because I think we have so much support here, right? It's unified, it's across state lines, from a government standpoint, it's across party lines. So there's real unity and momentum around what we're doing.
As we said, I mean, the NFL draft was just a couple of years ago. There were some issues, especially with Crossroads and downtown business owners that were worried that local people weren't buying in or just didn't maybe want to be in the mess of crowds and that sort of thing. How do you address that this time and make sure that everybody's coming?
Yeah, we've been intentional in our planning, particularly around the FIFA Fan Festival. So a couple of things. First, we capped attendance at 25,000. We want people to go to other activations in the metro, whether that's a watch party or a cultural event, a soccer celebration. And then we're not open every day at FIFA Fan Festival. There's some really big matches happening on days when we're closed because we want people to go to other parts of the metro. And then we kept the FIFA Fan Festival free. We want everyone here and all those visitors to be able to experience, to engage, to connect with the World Cup. I will say we are going to have the best fan fest in the tournament, and I say that with complete confidence. It is the combination of the passion of the global soccer fan base, really cheering for those teams, watching the matches, but also putting Kansas City on display to the world. Our music, our food. It's going to be something for everyone. I think for Kansas Cityans, this is the next big moment in sports history here, and we want them to be part of it.
Let's talk about that. What is the importance of community buy-in for something like this?
Yeah, from the very beginning, the community buy-in has really set us apart. And the public, the private sector, the way that people have rallied together. I can't tell you the number of notes. I receive flowers, I receive cards in the mail from people I don't know saying, we're with you, we're with your team, we can't wait for our city to shine, and that gives me great encouragement. I've been pleasantly surprised by the people who show up and step up for no other reason than they love Kansas City. And our volunteer program is a great example of that. 3,500 people will be deployed. I think 40% of them speak a second language. They have to work 6 shifts. Some of them will be at transportation hubs. Some of them will be at the airport. Their enthusiasm is so genuine, and their eagerness to show off Kansas City and deliver that authentic welcome, that has surprised me a little bit, that people are willing to give so much without really anything in return. I mean, it'll be a great experience and they get that great outfit, but I think they want to be part of it, and that is really part of who we are. I think the reason we come together in such a big way is that we love being a part of things together, and that unity, that unstoppable together idea has allowed us to show up. I think there have been lots of places along the way where people maybe didn't think Kansas City would be a host city, right? And then I think people were a little surprised that we got not only 1 base camp, but 4, and that 3 of those base camps are Pot 1 teams. And then the fact that FIFA put that first Argentina match with the reigning world champions in Kansas City surprised people.
What does that tell you?
I think that tells us that there's confidence there, right? But it also tells me that something's happening here. I mean, this is, we've known it all along. We've known that we can outkick our coverage, if you will, or outplay our size if we work together.